guys, how's it going? Today we're out of the garden and in my dining room, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways to make a Thanksgiving centerpiece. Centerpieces can be as simple or as elaborate and beautiful as you want to make them. Sometimes I think less is more, and sometimes I want to ramp it up. So I love to garden, and I'm a huge gardener both inside and outside of my home. I've got houseplants, I've got lots of flowers, beautiful shrubs and trees outside, and I love bringing the outdoors in. So for my Thanksgiving table, I enjoy bringing those outdoor elements to the table. Now, sometimes I don't want to do a lot of work and I don't want to have the hassle, so I'll go with a faux version. But if I'm feeling like I want to take care of it and I want something a little more fresh and live, I'll go with real flowers, whether they're from my garden if they're still going, or I'll just get them from the local market. So if you've been following me for a while on Instagram, my blog, you know how much I love an awesome centerpiece and a beautiful table, and I really enjoy entertaining family and friends. So for me right now, I'm all about getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'm trying to figure out what I want my table to look like and how I want to make my centerpiece. So different years I've done different things around the table. Some years I've gone with a live centerpiece. Some years I've gone with faux centerpieces. It just kind of really depends on my mood and what I feel like doing. So even though I'm a gardener and I'm all about my live plants and flowers, sometimes for me, faux is the way to go. Sometimes it's just a little bit easier if I don't want to do as much care for it and I just kind of want to set and forget. That's kind of what my dining room table is. I like to kind of make an arrangement, faux flowers, set and forget, and we're ready to go. So this centerpiece behind me right now is one that I did specifically for my fall decor. And I would like to change it up for Thanksgiving, and I've got a cool idea. So one of my favorite centerpiece vessels is this toolbox. It is awesome for faux flowers, it is awesome for real flowers, and for my particular table, the one that I have now is like just the right size. I love that it's a little bit oversized and I can just stuff it with blooms. So I have decorated this particular toolbox like 12 different ways to Sunday, and I'll share a link in the description below so you can check a few of them out, because if you've got some cool faux florals and foliage, you can probably replicate something very similar, and it's a really fun look for your dining room table that, like I said earlier, you can just set and forget. So one of the things that I want to mention when you are buying faux plants or flowers is to always ask yourself this very important question before you put it in your cart. And the question is, does this look real and authentic? Does this look real and authentic? And what does that mean? So what I mean by that is it something that actually looks like a real plant? Does it look like it would be blooming in the garden? If the answer is no, don't buy it, because it will not look good. It will not look like it's real and won't look the way you want it to once you bring it home. I tend to look for greens that are like a true green foliage color, a little more matte than they are glossy. They have a little bit of some color variation in them. Maybe they're part of the Real Touch series. And when I'm looking at flowers, I look at flowers in terms of, are these actual blooms? Like you typically don't see certain colors or certain types of flower, and then you just know that they're fake. So I always like to go with the real authentic look of things versus just buying something that I think might look good in my home. Now, if you don't have a garden full of flowers, that's okay. You can go to any market. I know Trader Joe's is a great source of flowers, although I haven't bought personally from them because we don't have one near here. But I know a lot of other people are always like, oh, Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's. But I'll sometimes get mine even from ShopRite or the local, one of the other local markets or farms. Wherever you can get fresh flowers, you're good to go. Recently on the blog, I showed how to hollow out a pumpkin and drop in just mums in their containers and just do that. But you can even, with a pumpkin as a vessel, hollow it out and drop, you know, a vase or something inside, and then put your cut flowers in, and you'll have beautiful arrangement. I'll link that Centerpiece blog in the description so that you can follow along the directions and kind of make something that you love too. Okay, so here's a super simple version of a hydrangea arrangement. I do have some floral foam in the base, and so I put those in, and it's the floral foam that you can wet to keep them moist so that they don't dry out. This is very basic, so if you just go outside, wait till your blooms are, you know, they're kind of in that papery, almost, you know, that vintage state, and they'll dry a little bit nicer. Like, you don't have to go crazy on a Thanksgiving centerpiece. You can keep it very simple, very basic, based on the design and the color scheme that you want to use. So we started with a toolbox centerpiece that had a faux arrangement, and then we cut some limelight hydrangeas and made a very simple limelight hydrangea arrangement in this toolbox for a Thanksgiving centerpiece. And then we took it up another notch and cut some dahlias and a couple of zinnias that I have left, and I don't have many. Didn't it turn out amazing? See how different this toolbox can look? I love it. So there you have it. You've got 3 different versions of the same toolbox, one with faux, one with just a simple 1 flower arrangement, and then we made another one with a bunch of different blooms. Whether you are hosting or whether you are attending Thanksgiving, you can still bring a centerpiece for your host. It's always appreciated. I host every year and I just love receiving flowers. But anyway, I'm Stacy from Bricks and Blooms. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy a beautiful day.